With Rusty Bardiche back at 1, and Phantom Rage being released, I decided to take a second look at Orcust. Starting off with the Orcust engine, I have 3 Gearsus, 3 Orcust Nightmare, 2 Symbol Skeleton, 2 World Wand, 3 Orcustrated Return, 1 Orcustrated Babble, and 1 Orcust Crescendo. Gearsu is one of the starters to the deck, where it sends either an Orcust or a Legacy monster from the deck to the graveyard, depending on what your combo is. Orcust Nightmare banishes itself to target a monster on the field to give it more attack, by sending a Dark Machine monster directly from the deck to the graveyard. World Wand banishes itself to target a monster that's been banished and summon that monster, and Symbol does basically the same thing except with the graveyard. Return is draw power and it sets up your graveyard for your plays. Babble basically turns your graveyard and link monster effects that are Orcusts into quick effects. And Crescendo is a nice negate. Though, of course, sometimes you don't see an Orcust card, that's why we run the 1 Armageddon Knight. For the return of Phantom Knights to the deck, I have 1 Phantom Knight, Silent Boots, 1 Ancient Cloak, 1 Torn Scales, 1 Shade Brigandine, 1 Rank Up Magic Launch, and 2 Fogblade. Silent Boots and Ancient Cloak helps us get things like Magic Launch and Double Fogblade. Shade Brigandine can be used for more Link plays or Xyz plays. Torn Scales is an extender, where if a Phantom Knight monster is banished from graveyard, it summons itself and you can make more Link plays with it. Also, you can discard a card and send a Phantom Knight card from the deck to the graveyard. And if you discard an Orcust card, that just sets up your graveyard a little bit more. And what's a PKE Orcust deck without a Danger Engine? For that, I am running 3 Danger Mothman, 1 Tsuchinoko, 1 Jackalope, and 1 Nessie. They help the Orcust get to the graveyard and allow for more Link plays. And they are just a little bit more draw power for the deck. For the final engine of the deck, I am running the Scrap Engine, just 3 Recycler, and the 1 Golem. None of their effects are once per turn, so you can send more Orcust cards from the deck to the graveyard, and send a Recycler to send more stuff to the graveyard. This is typically set up for Lib, so that I can set World Legacy Succession directly from the deck, and activate it. Lastly, other hand drops of 3 Perms, and 3 Ash Blossoms. Nothing special, really. For the core of the extra deck, I am running 2 Galatea, 1 Long Gearsu, 2 Ding Gearsus, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Lib, 1 Scrap Wyvern, and 1 Rusty Bardiche. Ideally, you would end on Rusty Bardiche and have Fogblade and Magic Launch both set. For the other half of the extra deck, I have True King of All Calamities, Topologic Zerberus, Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, Burl Sword Dragon, Access Code Talker, and Time Thief Redoer. For True King, we use the Rank Up Magic Launch to target Dingirsu, and we Xyz into True King. With Redoer, yes, Azathoth is banned, but we don't need it. Ideally, you would Xyz into this with Shade Brigandine and another level 4 monster for another form of interruption. For the side deck, I have 3 Nibiru, 3 Forbidden Droplets, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 3 Drone Lockbird, and 3 Artifact Lancia. I really like Forbidden Droplets in the deck because not only does it out Dragoon, but it also sets up your graveyard. So this first demonstration is going to be very basic. We're just going to normal summon Gearsu and use its effect to send Orcust Nightmare to the graveyard, and use its other effect to summon a token. We use Nightmare's effect, banish, target Gearsu, send World Wand. World Wand's effect, banish, special, link these 2 off. For Galatea. Galatea effect, send the World Wand back to deck to set Babble directly from deck, and then just immediately activate it. And then we Xyz using Galatea for Dingirsu, and then link these 2 off for IP Masquerena. This sets up your board so that you can just banish the Nightmare and then the Symbol Skeleton, banish that to summon the Galatea, and this is a setup for either Ouroboros, or Appaloosa. This next combo is going to be a little bit more complex. We're going to normal summon Scrap Recycler. Use its effect to send Orcust Nightmare. And then we use Danger Mothman. We're going to assume our opponent discards our Torn Scale to summon the Mothman itself and draw a card. So we draw into Orcust Nightmare in this case. Link these two off for Scrap Wyvern. Scrap Wyvern effect. We summon Scrap Recycler and then immediately pop it. Now we use Scrap Wyvern's other effect to summon a Scrap monster from deck, which is Scrap Golem, and destroy a monster, which is Scrap Wyvern. And then we use Scrap Golem's effect to special summon Scrap Recycler. Scrap Recycler's effect to send World Wand. Link these two off for Lib, now that we have a World Legacy card in the graveyard, and use its effect to set the World Legacy Succession, and then just immediately use it to summon Scrap Golem effect to summon Scrap Recycler effect to send Girsu. Now we switch gears into Orcust combos by banishing the Nightmare to send the Symbol Skeleton effect, banish to summon the Girsu. Now we use Girsu's effect to send the other Symbol Skeleton to the graveyard. Now we banish the World Wand to summon the Nightmare, and then link these two off for Galatea. Galatea effect, send this back to the deck, set Babel immediately from the deck, and then we'll just immediately activate it. Now we Xyz Galatea into Dingirsu. Dingirsu effect to attach the Symbol Skeleton from Banish. Now we link these two off for IP Masquerena, and then we'll link these two off for Rusty Bardiche. Rusty Bardiche effect, send Silent Boots directly from the deck to set Rank Up Magic Launch from the deck. Now that we have that, we banish Silent Boots as Chainlink 1. Chainlink 2, we use Torn Scale to special summon, and then resolve Silent Boots to add in Fogblade. Now Torn Scale effect to discard the other Nightmare to send Ancient Cloak. Ancient Cloak effect, banish to add in the Shade Brigandine. And now we just set Shade Brigandine and immediately activate it to summon Xyz these two together for Time Thief Redoer. And we just set the Fogblade we just added and pass turn. And now on the opponent's turn, we use Symbol Skeleton, banish to summon Dingirsu. And if they have anything on the board, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 to pop and send. And now we activate Rank Up for VFD. Alright, so shuffle up the deck, and now for some actual test hands, we draw into Scrap Recycler, Ash Blossom, Orcust Nightmare, Fogblade, and Infinite Impermanence. So we normal summon Scrap Recycler, use its effect to send Orcust Nightmare, and then use its effect to immediately banish for World Wand. World Wand to summon, link the two off, Galatea effect, for Orcust Crescendo. To me, it doesn't make the most sense to try to put a Dingirsu on board to only protect the Dingirsu. For me, I think I would rather have the extra negate along with the Infinite Permanence and Fogblade and Ash Blossom. This way we could just kind of stall while we get our plays together. Next hand, we draw into Jackalope, return, Golem. That's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. Return, and Armageddon Knight. Alright, so we normal summon Armageddon Knight. Effect, the Nightmare. We can separate the return just in case if we draw it into another Orcust monster, or just the World Wand. Now we just activate the Jackalope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. Special, and then we draw into Orcustrated Babel. Now we use the Nightmare, target the Armageddon Knight, World Wand banish, special, and then we link these two off, Galatea, effective Galatea, set the Crescendo, take these into Dingirsu, and link these two off for IP. Now we just activate Babel, Past turn, we have setup for the next turn with IP, and we could just banish the Nightmare, send the skeleton effect to summon Galatea. Now before we go into the Ouroboros with IP Masquerena, we can wait and activate the Crescendo, and then go into the Ouroboros. Shuffling up the deck again, we draw into another Scrap Recycler, Danger Mothman, Shade Brigandine, Infinite Impermanence, and Ash Blossom. Okay, so we set these two first. Normal, Scrap Recycler, effect, send Nightmare. Activate Mothman, evens odds. Odds, Ash Blossom goes away, special Mothman, and draw Girsu. And I drop the card. Link these two off. Wyvern effect, special, destroy, other effect, special from deck, destroy, Golem, special, Recycler, Wand, Link, Lid, effect of Lid, Succession, special is Golem, Golem effect, Recycler effect, send Girsu, Nightmare, target Lid, Skeleton, banish, special, effect, skeleton, wand, banish, special, link, Galatea effect, set Babel, and then immediately activate it. Xyz into Dingirsu effect, attach, link, IP, link, Rusty effect, silent boots, magic launch, boots, Fogblade, add the hand, and then just immediately set. Shade Brigandine, special, Xyz for Time Thief Redoer. And you tell your opponent to have fun. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel, and share this video on social media. And while you're there, find me and follow me. If you have an idea for a future video, I would love to hear about it. My name is Brent, and I am Maxed Out Weird, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.